Hello and welcome to Alchemist Whim, and this is Alchemist Jen. It's a pleasure having you today. Happy whatever day it is for you. So today's whim of the day is random things, because finding that I'm just kind of randomly into things today. I'm feeling low motivation and low things, so I found random things just to bring to today's episode. So I think I will start with a couple things. So I did make this beautiful shawl, very fun. It's actually knit, the whole thing is knit, and I chose some stitches to repeat, and I designed it myself. It is with a beautiful acrylic yarn that has a nice gradient on it. It's really soft and very fun. So I don't knit much, I crochet more. I brought some crochet to work on as well today, so octopus action that I'm working on for a pattern. So we'll do that in a little bit. I'll talk more about my designs on that and my plans for the pattern. So shawl, awesome. I'll probably release it at some point just to have a nice little free pattern that's easy to build, and anybody can do it. Just a couple skeins of yarn, which is nice, and it's a triangle shawl, which is easy to increase, because all you do is just keep adding a stitch or two here and there on the rows, and then you're good to go. So I have my fancy cuff, which is a bracelet technically. I got it from Handwork Ithaca down here in Ithaca, and downtown with a bunch of artisans, and I forget at this moment who the artisan is. Maybe I still have a thing on there as I take it all apart. No, I don't have a thing on there, but a beautiful leather working artist locally, so super fun there. And watch me stare down at my cuff while I close it off. Alright, I did it! Yay! Get fuzz in my nose, so that's very fun too. So I also have my tapestry here. This tapestry is ice dyed, just like all my other fabric ones are, because ice dyeing is super cool and fun. And it is a drape dyed one, so I've taken the fabric and put it over poles of PVC, and then put the dye on top of that, and then put the ice on top of that, so it'll pull the pigment down through the fabric. So you can see the middle line, that's kind of fun, and it creates this nice cavern through here that showcases the print. So you never know what you're going to get with ice dyeing, and with printmaking it often ends up a little complex when you're adding it to the dye. So I enjoy it. It just, there's so much variation in it, and just from each little block that is printed. So this is my signature alien abduction piece, and so I have repeated the motif of the alien abduction, but a lot of people also say it looks like mushrooms, so you know that I'm fine with that. And then I also have smaller pieces underneath. I've chosen to add different creatures and different things. So I've got cat, a person, jellyfish, a cup of, well, it's got a heart on there. Maybe it's coffee, maybe it's tea, maybe it's something else. Just something warm. Mushroom. A banana. Yeah, a banana. This one is another mushroom. I repeated that one. A cupcake. And then for the top parts I have some stars, but I also have a balloon and an umbrella. So I kind of created this nice little fun thing. And then the corners, but I don't think you can see it in the shot, are a nice little triangle corner piece with a bunch of little swirly bits. So you can check that out on my website. I have it up there. It's also in my IG stuff if you wanted to check that out as well. Pictures of most of my stuff is in there. Some process things as well. So that's what's up there. Got some beautiful made by me things, and yeah, it's quite fun. So I was going to work on some of my octopus here, and so this is all stuffed awesome octopus, and I was just using yarn that I had. So this happens to be acrylic. I think it is Karen Simply Soft, and then a blue from I don't know how many years ago, but that's cool. I have this nice stash of random bits of yarn, so I've even stuck the ball of yarn up in the bottom of it so it has a nice little shape to it, and also helps me keep tabs on the yarn. So this part that I'm working on here in the gray here is going to be the bottom. So a nice thing with crochet is you can just take out the hook. You don't have to worry about it falling apart and falling away. And then so the idea is that the gray part will line up with the blue part, and then I will create a nice little stitch on the side and then add little suckers on the bottom of it. So that's my plan for this octopus, and I will have the pattern available, so if you want to make some, that is amazing. And so that will be available once I finish the pattern, and then I'm hoping that I'll be able to offer yarn for them too and do kits too. So that's my bigger plan, but I think in the more immediate term I want to make sure that I have some patterns going, just because they're really fun and I design cool stuff. So so yay for octopus. And then it's just fun. It's gonna, you know, when it's stitched together with the other stuff, it's gonna have more of a flat tentacle feel. It's a design that I've made before a while ago, in an era gone past at some point. So yeah, so I'm just working through this. I'm going around and around, adding on more stitches to it to expand on that. And so my other colors, I think I have a maroon that I'm thinking for the I'll do nice little circles on the gray part that'll be like the sucker shapes. And then I think it's a light green. I wanted something that's gonna contrast these darker colors to make that pop as well. So the nice thing with this one is that it's pretty, as far as crocheting goes, it's not really complex as far as the stitches. So it may look like it's complex, but essentially I'm just doing chains and a chain stitch, which is going to give you, you know, the length on there. And then it's just single crochet in there with a couple of extra single crochets on the edges to just expand it a little bit to do the increase. So it's not a hard thing if you understand just the basics of crochet stitching. So I always find it's interesting to watch people knit or crochet, because everybody does it so differently. I mean, it really is such an art form that you're doing the same thing, but it's like walking and talking. Everybody's doing the same type of thing, but everyone has their own unique things that come together as they're processing the information that they're doing and then executing it. So what was that? Executive function. So yeah, so it's interesting to watch people do things. It's interesting to watch people overcome little things, like if I were to miss a stitch, or if I got it, you know, wrong, or wasn't, you know, in the right area, just how you recover from it. So crocheting is one of those things that you know, kind of comes easy for me, in the sense that I don't know, it's meditative, and I find it's easy to build and then also take it apart if I need to. So it's nice, and I can, you know, pull out some stitches if I feel like I haven't done the right shape, and I don't feel bad. I feel like I can reconstruct it very easily. So it works well with my brain. So crocheting is just quite fun. I love I don't know if you can pick it up, but the gentle squeakiness of acrylic yarn. I don't even know if the camera caught it, but so I don't know, it's just one of those weird details. So this is acrylic. It's going to be super shiny like this because it's a plastic yarn, and it also will make it so it's washable too. So I mean, I'm gonna stuff it with just some fiberfill, which is plastic as well, polyester, something like that, and then so especially if you're looking at toys and things, or something that little ones can use. And having something washable is important. So I also tend to not use plastic eyes, even though there's safety eyes and you can get all that fun stuff. I tend to like a more organic yarn-based eyes on my creatures. So you'll see that in my patterns and creations as well. You know, just being able to use what you have and not necessarily needing a ton of supplies to do it. Though there is some magic in having a sparkly eye and bringing some aliveness. I think you can still get aliveness in a stitched eye as well. So another thing that I'm intrigued by doing again, which I haven't done in a much longer time, is doing freeform crochet. I don't have an example, but I could use this as an example. So let's say I have a shape like this, and then it's pretty random, right? But then being able to do other random shapes and stitches around it to create different texture. You generally use different fibers, different yarns. It kind of looks like a weaving to some degree because of the piecemeal nature of it. And so I'll have to make something just so I have an example of what this is. But it's really kind of fun because it's so random, and you just get stuck in them little vignettes of design and color and texture there too. So I'll have to show you what that's about. So I've got lots of ideas, lots of plans for things I want to create. So part of why I want to do this is to help keep me focused on being creative, but then also, you know, if I'm sharing it with people, then it makes it more, I don't want to say valid, but it helps me stay on track and I guess be accountable to myself as well as to whoever is watching this and listening to me ramble. So those are my thoughts for the day. My whim of the day is randomness. So it's been a pleasure having you. I hope you have an awesome day. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see where the whim takes us tomorrow. Yay!